All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris here, Better Investing. Happy Friday. Today is December 12th, 2025. Um, Kind of a nasty day in the market, to kind of see the reaction after, AVGL reported and stuff. Um, and we did take out this FMO candle. I mean, FMOC candle. We're about to close right there, actually. But let's just go take a look real fast. So you got SPY down, about what, about 1% or so. But we're right now, we're not, again, it's a tough market for swing traders. Um, I mean, it's just a tough market overall. I mean, it's tough to be trading. Let's be honest. But if we go back to what was that Wednesday? So here is Wednesday lows, but we did kind of take out that low from once we got the decision. So let's just go ahead and mark that off real fast. Um, but we are just sitting right here at the EMA 20. You got QQQ like about to close right at the 50. We still got about 40 seconds left on the market before we get a close. So like right there is that FMOC candle, and we're actually going to close below it, looks like. But we are defending the 20 day, right? Just keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean overall, I mean not the best look, and it was crazy because like I remember looking at AVGO after market, and when we made all time highs, I'm like, okay, shit's on, right? Yeah, okay, we made all time highs after market, and I don't know what the fuck they said on their earnings, but that shit dropped damn near 80 points. Maybe, yeah, about 80 points. I don't know. My math's probably off. Don't judge me. But let's see here. All right, so this is at 420. Yeah, I remember looking. I was like, oh shit, AVGL is at 420. I looked at the market, and yeah, this thing's down 60 bucks. So I was $20 off. Right, and I was like, damn, what the hell happened? What the hell did they say? And now I got word that they mentioned that they're not going to give guidance or something like that. So, but this is not bad. In terms of pullbacks, right? This is kind of what you want. Something where you can risk off of. Something where you can see that buyers step back in, right? Something you could say, okay, here's a level where it invalidates for me. So we got that. Let's go take a look at QQQ. QQQ, I want to see was down nearly 3%. Honestly, what is this? Am I on something? Hope I'm not on no meeting. Yeah. QQQ was down nearly 3% today. Or what? Maybe 2%. Maybe it was 2%. I think. From the high. Let's check. Or from yesterday, right? Because it closed here. Yeah, it was down almost 2% today, 2.5% or so. We're sitting right here at the 50, right? So we got this consolidation. We can never perk back above, this little bear gap, right? That's the little bear gap I have on here, right? So bears are kind of still defending that level, or should I say, the market can't really get above that. You can kind of see these wicks here where we're just struggling to kind of get that type of move. All right, you kind of see these wicks up here, right? All right, we're struggling to get across this 628 spot, and then we just pull back really, really aggressive at the open. So yeah, I don't know what to say. I made some coins this morning. I think that's one of the things about being a day trader is that you don't have to have a bias. You just trade whatever fucking direction you see. Yeah, you can get chopped up, right? That's why you can't overtrade. And for me, like, shit, I made my money. I think by like 11 o'clock, I was done. I was like, all right, I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys later, and I'll check in a little later. But like, brokers shut. Trades are submitted to my trading journal. Like, I was just, working on my trading journal, annotating all my trades for the week. So that's what I worked on. But yeah, I mean, that's the nasty look you got here. So this Palantir, I do want to keep this on look because this thing here, it did came back and it kind of undercut the 50-day moving average and kind of pinged right off the 20-day, and it's kind of setting up that, man, if this wants to blast out of here, above here, I'm gonna put an alert right here. 186, no, 55. I mean, this is. I mean, it's probably not the best risk to reward. You might gotta use like a little day stop. I don't know. I want to see how this builds out. If we get a gap down and then we go red to green, and I wouldn't mind trying that. I don't give a fuck what Barry said. No Barry's sure, but shit, he might have covered already. I mean, he got like 100% on those out of money $50 puts or whatever. So, I mean, shit. You telling me he's still holding that? I mean, that'd be interesting. I'm pretty sure he probably covered up some. Definitely after the earnings moved down, like why would he hold this whole thing right here? Definitely, I mean you got 100%. It looked like, but yeah, I mean this doesn't look too bad. So let's just go through some of our major stocks real fast. AMD, and this is the thing I was concerned about. I was like, man, this looks like a bear flag, you know? It's like, and that was the problem with a lot of the setups we were seeing in the market. It was like these undercuts, but like they look like bear flags a lot. So it's like you want a longer bear flag. I mean, you might think like, oh, it's gonna go over, but I don't know. That's how it was looking to me. I mean, that's how it was looking to me. I mean, this looks like shit, right? And you don't trade Amazon. Like just Google, I thought this looked good right here, but now it's kind of defending here, so it could tighten up a little bit, and then you get another pop. But I'm just gonna keep this on radar. Let's go take a look at Eli Lilly. Finally got that reversal, man. Finally got that reversal, but no, again, I don't really see a setup here that I would want to hit. Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't really see anything that I want to hit. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I mean I can see this right here maybe. Doesn't look bad actually. Doesn't look bad for a move back up. Move back up to where I don't know. Let's go ahead and mark this gap out. But yeah, I mean yeah, I mean just a nasty day. So let's go take a look at real fast after I finish looking at the rest of these stocks real fast. So we go look at Meta. Um, I know that candle's not real. I'm pretty sure that candle's not real. No way Meta did that. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's real. I got way too many lines. I gotta fix these. Um, but yeah, I mean these are the setups that we got. Hold on, I'll fix those later. 'Cause I do have some important lines there I want to keep. But yeah, I mean that's kind of what we got. We got Oracle. Um, you know, look at what it did. Bear flag right into earnings, then gap down. I'm not even gonna look at some of the rest of these. Like Nvidia looks like shit. This thing really looks like shit. Like it's really about to come down to the 200. What is impressive is this Tesla. This Tesla, seeing how this finished at highs, that's pretty fucking impressive. I think Tesla is about to break. I mean, it's already breaking out. I don't know why. That's weird. Where is my lines? Interesting. I don't have no lines on this. Okay. All right. So I had a trend line. So let me bring that trend line back. I had. I was bullish on Tesla when it pulled back. Um, and I had a good ass entry. I had like a 411 entry. And that's the downfall of day trading. You're going to miss the bigger moves. But the main thing is that your account is moving to the upside, right? But what matters is your equity curve. Like, you're not going to get rich off of one fucking trade. Yeah, one big trade can lighten up the blow, but, it's working it says. But I was mentioning, like, man, you just had this trend line here, and, like, it did make a lower low, like the market did when we pulled back. Um, and I originally had got in on it this day here, as it was kind of putting in a higher low. And I remember the market was putting in a higher low on the hourly, and then you had this. I was shorting it up here, around this 50, and it didn't really set up for me to take the long again. I felt like this is a good area to kind of short just in case you wanted to roll back over. And I had 3 good days of shorting this, and I did not try to short it above here. Really haven't really messed with it a lot up here either. Nibble here and there, trying to get a move, but nothing really major. All right, let's go take a look at Bitcoin real fast. Bitcoin, like I said, I mean this still has a structure of a bear flag. You know, I mentioned that it could fade off anywhere here and still have a sequence of a high, lower high, another lower high. Like it still has that look. That it's just not out of the woodworks. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna be here for too long. Let's go take a look at some of the stuff that I was talking about yesterday. I said I had a watch list from this trader I follow. This is kind of the list we were looking at, and I went through these. And all of these just look like shit. I mean, they're not bad, but again, they the issue I had with them and trying to trade this is like this big move down and trying to like this is a hard part of the trade I think because like it has the look. You're gonna see this across a lot, but they have that bear flat look. That's the kind of look you get on these. That's my issue here. Right? Look at this one. I think it still has the. Does it? No. But like, look at that. I mean, that it looks like a bear flag. I can't get past that. That's the kind of look I got there. And you just seen that across a lot of things, honestly. This one still doesn't look bad, but I mean, I can see someone saying, man, this is just channeling up and potentially another bear flag. All right, if it goes down here, but oh, there's the bear flag. That's kind of looks you got on things. This one, no, I wouldn't say this looks like a bear flag. I mean, this came back and retested this 74.50 spot, 74.51 to the T, right? So remember, I had this, on my charts already. Not to brag or anything, but that's kind of what you got there. USAR, this was another one. I mean, this has just been trading sideways. Not really a big fan of like taking a breakout down there. INOQ, this is another one, right? Like they all have that look. Like, do you think this is it a long? I don't know. Like if you're thinking it's a lot, then you're better off trying it down here and back up here. 'Cause that's where it looks a little iffy because these buyers down here, right? Any signs of anything crazy? I mean, they're up 40%, 45%. Like they'll easily cut. So that's the problem I have with a lot of these setups. They looked hot. I will admit I can see why. I wouldn't say they looked hot, but I can see why they look tradable. But at the same time, they still have this nasty look to it. That's what you got a lot. Like this one, no, I wouldn't say this has that look. All right, CLSK, now just trading sideways. I just kind of want to see this break out, close above here. Like you get a close above here, right? Then it's on. Right, you get a close above here. Maybe you get something like, I don't know, close above here. Then you get a retest, right, off that spot, and that's your risk level, right, for a move higher. That's something I would want to see there. TMC is on. This on still doesn't look bad. This doesn't look like a bear flag, right? Doesn't look like a bear flag, but it's not the sexiest chart out there. It doesn't respect the moving average. Well, it's just trading sideways here, and it was put it in lower lows, not higher lows. That's what I want to see in a base. Um, this arch, I thought this arch looked good, but it also has somewhat of a look of a bear flag. Hey, I mean, that's the fucking look you got on a lot of things. Right. So I think I failed to mention that yesterday. I know I probably talked about it, but like, I mean, these are the kind of looks you have. But that's the look the market is presenting. I mean, this beam still doesn't look bad. I think this is something you can continue to watch. Maybe, it's tighten it up. Maybe it pulls back a little bit more. I think this CORZ doesn't look too bad. Nope, looks like a bear flag. the look it got. Looks like a bear flag. Take a look at Joby. Yeah, I know people have been playing this. This is one that comes out. I know I traded it before, but I don't like their financials. Financials are trash. CCJ. I don't know. I mean, I thought this looked good here, but like, man, this is a nasty pullback. And it's Rolls Royce, Rich Tech Robotics. You know, there's the 50 day. You know, acting as resistance. Um, I know that probably sucks. You probably want this for a continuation. You didn't get that today. No, I had this Arlay up last night. I thought this looked good right here. It's probably something that, you know, if you wanted to swing it, you buy it right here. And, you know, you just got to be positioned to like, hey, man, if it breaks below here, it's for me, for swings, I just never really want to get too aggressive, man. I feel like that would fuck with me psychologically. But yeah, man, I mean, that's really, really, really it. Go up here and check some things. And this is back here at this location where it bounced at before. So maybe this could play out. I don't know. NBIS. You know, I go back to that notion, like, when these kind of look like bear flags. I don't know. I want to catch this. I want to catch this with the moving averages crossing or something. I don't want to catch these. And I say that because I mean, let's go back to Chipotle, because like I can't contradict myself, right? Because like you can say on Chipotle, you know, that this could be a bear flag too. So it's subjective to like what you see, right? I mean, could this not be a bear flag, right? So yeah, trading is not easy. Whoever tells you trading is easy, they're fucking lying. It's not easy. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible, but you have to learn a lot and you have to lose money when you first start out and over a period of time to get better, to know what not to do, right? Because you're going to do some stupid shit in the market. That's for certain. You just can't expect that, you know, you're going to come into the market and just be this fucking great trader. Like, you don't expect anyone to hop on a fucking football field and say they're going to tackle Derrick Henry, do you? So I don't think you're just going to be able to hop in the market and just outperform people who's been doing it for years and decades. You know, so, but yeah, the bright part of my day really is, let's see what we closed at, if I can find it. Let's see here. Look at this FSLR. How fucking nasty is that? That's why, like, when I wanted it to work here, that's where I wanted to work at. I didn't even care after that. Like, yo, this U, man. I posted about this U on my Substack, and this thing's up like 40% since I posted it. I posted it on October 13th on a Sunday. So day before here, right here before this day. This thing is up almost 40%. This is though I never got a piece of that one though. I'm still in this ALB. You know, I was able to get a 100% move. So right now I'm just letting it do what it do. But the most impressive thing that I'm happy about is my long term. You know, I'm much better. Like my long term shit is fucking. I ain't even gonna like lie. No cap here. But like my long term thoughts on certain stocks, man. I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. But this right here, This is one of the long terms. I started buying. Um, I remember buying it. Where the fuck did I start buying it? No, it wasn't that time. It was another time. Yeah, I remember I bought it back here when it hit like $5, and this was like all time lows. I started buying it right here, like right there, or somewhere around here. I can't remember exactly. I'm not just gonna pick the lowest spot and say that's where I bought at, but I bought it somewhere around there, and I fully exited like that. No, that winter, right? It's somewhere around here. I know I held through here, and they had that move in the winter. It was somewhere around here. I exited right close to $9, $10. Um, and when it broke below here, I started buying it again. And I've been holding it this entire time, and I've been buying it all through here. And I think like when this, if this news ever hits the fan where they reschedule marijuana, this is a $20 stock, honestly. Like look at this. This is another thing I did. I pulled up this log chart. I looked at the log chart. Did a log chart on. I think it was on a monthly actually. All right, look at that. Look at this monthly log chart. That thing like is about to break out, right? Got few more days left in December. I mean, this thing breaks out on a monthly. You're looking at $11. I said this is about $20. This is where I IPO'd at, or where it opened up at. Right, and this thing went from 25 all the way up to 50. And I think, if this news ever changes, man, you might. I'm holding that for a long time. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just buying shares. $5. Like, you know how many times I spend $5? I just go in here and say, I'm about to buy 20 shares of this. Before I go out and buy Chipotle, I'm going to buy 5 shares of this. I'm going to hold this for long term. But, yeah, I mean, that's about it. Looks like my shit froze a little bit. I'm about to get a new MacBook, bro. I swear to God, I'm about to get a new MacBook. This shit's annoying. I'm tired of like how slow it gets when I try to stream. I'm still in this sweet green. My cost basis is around 715 or 725. I can't remember. Somewhere close around here. But I sold the $9 cost for February. So if I get caught away at $9, I don't care. And I keep I keep the premium. And I made money. So, but yeah. What else is out there? But really, that's about it. I know my Target is doing good. I actually had Target at from 91. I sold the $100 February $100 calls, and I bought them back like a few days ago, and I'm glad I did. I bought them back around it was like 91. Maybe it was like last week. I don't know. They had got some news. I don't know if it was Chat GBT news or some shit. They got something, and I was up still like 40% on those on that cover call. Only got 100 shares. Well, I say only 100, but I sold the cover call, and I was up like 40%. I said, I'm gonna take this back, and I'll buy another cover call much higher, right? Cause I lower my cost basis, so that's a good thing. Actually, probably a good time now. If it gets over 100, I'll probably sell like the 120s. But yeah, man. I mean, that's about all I got right now. I think no, I think the market caught people off guard today. No, definitely after like what happened yesterday, right? Like how shit was popping yesterday, and then you get a move like that. Um, that's the thing about like a lot of traders, man. They're so fucking stuck on. Excuse my name, but they're so like stuck on bulls and bears and squeeze the bears and rug pull the bulls. Man, none of that shit matter. I don't give a fuck about what animal you think you are part of. Like what team you want to be a part of. The main thing is just to make money and make money in the market. Like, and if that's you trading up and trading down, cool. If that's you just going long, cool. But to poke fun at the other side, like for what? Like, cause you'll be on the other side eventually, right? You'll be on the other side of a trade. Cause with trading, it's a zero sum game. For every winner, there's a loser. For every winner, there's a loser. There's someone always on the opposite side of your trade, and that's why risk management is the best thing you can fucking figure out. right? To kind of stay in this game, right? Because this is like what you're learning here is valuable. Um, but don't have this notion that you're just gonna be this fucking Paul Tudor Jones or this $60 million trader, like all the facade shit that you see on Twitter and stuff. Just work on being profitable. And that's what I'm working on. Is working on continuing to being profitable and working on just continuing to improve as a trader and improve my equity curve. Right, that's the main thing. Some days it goes up 0.5%. Some days it goes down 0.5%. Some days it goes up 2%. Some days it goes down 1.5%. Some days it goes down 2%. Right, but I'm just trying to go from bottom left to upper right. That's all I'm really focused on, and I don't care if I miss 100% move, because if I miss 100% moves, there's a chance that I can just capture. I don't know the math. What's the math? What is it? 5 times 50? I don't know. Right? If I can capture, you know, 55% moves, right? I think that's the math, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's the end of the day. I don't feel like doing the math, but you get what I'm saying, right? I'm not. I don't care about catching a 30% move, but if I'm able to capture, you know, 5% moves, I move my account 5% type of thing. You know, I don't care about moving my account 30% in fucking 3 days, because just as fast as you'll move your account 20% in 3 days and 5 days. I'm pretty positive that means like you have a really big position size, and to really give that trade some room, um, you're probably risking a good amount of your your portfolio as well. So for me, you know, I go big size and small risk. Aim small, miss small. But like for me, like that's the main thing. Like you know, I'll cut a motherfucker quick. I have no patience for losing trades. I don't care about them. I have no patience for losing trades. I have no patience to hope something comes back to my stop or comes back to my cost basis. I have no patience, because I know if I'm able to keep my size, if I'm able to keep my my losses low, the way that I'm able to make up for them losses very quickly, and that's the thing that I've been really proud of myself for, is doing that, is knowing that I can make up those little losses very quickly. Right? Some people say like you just take paper cut losses over and over and over and over again. Yeah, right. And I'd rather take a paper cut than a fucking knife to the gut. You know. Right? I can come back from a paper cut. Right? They heal up really fast. Right? I'm still able to play basketball with a paper cut, but if I slice my hand, I can't play basketball no more. I can't trade anymore. So, but that's all for me, man. It's Friday. I got a holiday party with the jobs. So we're gonna go do that thing. And I'll check the market over the weekend. Peace, people, folks. Holla at you.